Okay, update 2.2.1 is live, which means new tier 11s are in the game. And today, I'm going to show you the first one. Gorilla, tier 11 American Assault Tank Destroyer that I would say has quite a big shoes to fill because many players did enjoy D110E4. And also, when during my live streams, I asked which tank they are most excited about and looking forward to most. Many said Gorilla. There were a lot of Executor waiting, a lot of people in the Executor waiting room as well, but Gorilla was still winning. So, let's talk about this tank a little bit and what I think about that, my first impressions, how it feels, how it looks, and so on. Now, what is the special ability of Gorilla? It has multi-back charge system, as Wargaming says. This vehicle gun can fire early, single charge shots. Fire during reload have reduced effectiveness, while regular full charge shots fired after reloading fully have optimal ballistic parameters. So what that means in simple terms is if you play this like any normal vehicle, single shot gun, you come with 800 alpha, very juicy high penetration AP, 310 standard AP penetration or 305 before upgrades. Then 15.64 second reload for 800 alpha, right? But the special thing about this vehicle is you do not have to wait every single time 15.64 seconds to fire. You can fire after upgrades around 7 seconds into the reload, dealing half the damage. So this is what this ability does. You can fire early, dealing less damage and with weaker shell parameters as well. You are going to lose penetration, you are going to lose shell velocity, you are going to lose accuracy or during that reload, and when the shell is ready to leave the barrel in the middle of the reload, your dispersion is also worse and you deal half the damage. So instead of 800, you deal 400, or in high explosive case, instead of 1100, you deal 550, and the shell velocity will be weaker, penetration also will be weaker, like from 310 down to 260, if I'm not mistaken. You lose 50 millimeters of penetration on the standard AP round at least. So yeah, this it has been useful, I ain't gonna lie. There have been situations where I hit the enemy 800 damage in the face, right? And then after 7 seconds, because the upgrade lowers your first shell or your half reloaded shell reload time even more, let's say around after 7 seconds, I can slap them again with 400 alpha. Close range, this is useful when you need to finish off a tank that is around 400 HP after your first shot. So yes, it has its use cases. Now, at first, when I started playing it, guys, I have to say I was quite surprised about the armoring, and not in a positive way. Let's say I was expecting this thing, or I went into the action thinking this is going to bounce a little bit more. Still debating if this is a good thing or a bad thing for a tank like this, because, E4, we know where E4's weak spot is, the turret cheeks and also the B commander hatch, and this thing carries those traditions over. You have the commander hatch that can be penetrated, so this is this tank versus D110E5 standard AP round over here. You can see that commander hatch is penetrable, lower plate is penetrable, hull down not much more, and commander hatch is actually going to be 50-50 as well around that. But what is weird about this tank is if your turret is even under a little bit of an angle, you are going to be bent to the side, big side cheeks, which actually can be penetrated by many tanks straight on as well. I have been farmed into my face by tier 10 vehicles very often. So it actually took quite some time to get used to this armoring big turret and how easy it felt like I'm getting penetrated. Gun handling, honestly, like for this type of alpha is not that bad. 2.2 26-second aiming time, 0.32 dispersion at 100 meters, 7 degrees of gun depression is a little bit limiting, ain't gonna lie. Mobility with turbo, 41 top speed. Without it, it is 36 top speed and 12 reverse speed. So, you know, this is like, I really think it needs the turbo and preferably experimental turbo if you have, because you get the hull rotation speed as well. And view range is a little bit of an issue. It is close to 445, which is the max where I want to be actually. Now, when talking about equipment units, this is what I was testing it with. You know, this is why like I didn't have ventilation on it or coated optics, so this is why my view range was not maxed out over there. But I really feel like this helps the gun handling and the mobility for turret rotation, for hull rotation quite a bit. So feels to be quite a fitting thing. Or alternatively, I really would like to use this as well because it seems to have a weak ammo rack. As you're going to see from the live battle as well, there is going to be a battle where my ammo rack will be damaged with back-to-back shots with this setup right over here. So, but you know, at the same time, I would like to use ventilation. Would I really want to drop rammer for ventilation so I can run this setup right over here? You know, questions, so many questions. And the crew skins are pretty standard, like heavy tank-ish crew skins. I'm using Stay Sharp on my commander, and also 2 new skills actually on my commander over here. Radio Operator, also this Battle Tempered, which lowers the negative effect of stunning up to 30%. After I receive 4 stuns from Artie. This actually has been quite helpful. Standard gunner over here, standard driver skills over here, and also I'm using Second Chance on my loaders because the Second Chance also affects your first, you know, the half damage reload time. If I miss or don't do any damage with my big shot, 800 shot, then the Second Chance kicks in and I can take like at least 400 damage. I can deal at least 400 damage with a faster reload. So this kind of goes together, and I have to say I quite like this Second Chance skill on my loaders overall. This is what I have been testing out over here. Now, when talking about the upgrades, overall, I would say this is above average upgrade dependent vehicle. It actually gets quite a lot of help, like the gun depression over here alone is very useful. Then at the very end, you have the dispersion during movement, you have the top speed, you have dispersion during gun traverse, you have dispersion during hull traverse over here, turret rotation, the turret traverse limits, like this tank actually gets quite a bit better with the upgrades. But those things in the middle, like shell velocity, a little bit better dispersion with the 400 alpha shot over here, like honestly those I don't even pay much attention to. The last one is the most important. So how I would approach it myself, let me draw it for you, is I would of course, you know, you start from here. At first I would get this. And then I would switch. So this is what I would do at first. And let's do like the other thing with blue color. And secondly, I would go this path. You know, get this big thing. This is the expensive one. And working my way to the gun depression. You know, I want to get the extra gun depression as fast as possible. Now you have option, like you can figure out, like, do you want to get the engine power from here? Like, I completely ignore this. I would completely, let's make that red. Like, I would completely ignore like this section over here overall. I would ignore that, right? This section for now, and just keep moving forward. Like either from here get the gun traverse limit, left, right, more, and then the speed and gun handling, mobility, stuff like that. Or you can approach from here if you want to get the stabilization faster. But, you know, this is what I would do secondly. You start from here and then you move up. And then you have a choice, like, do you want to go down the middle or from the top? this is what I would do when it comes to the upgrades at least. And at the end, you know, you finish those and then you finish this as well and GG. Upgrades is done. But yeah, it's definitely above average upgrade dependency on the vehicle. Was I impressed by this tank? No. I actually wasn't impressed by this in any way, to be completely honest with you. Like, the biggest throw-off at first was how I was getting, like, farmed. Literally farmed. You know, it takes some time to get used to, of course, like with every single tank. I was consistently able to keep, like, around 4.5 to 5.5 thousand damage games, like around 5,000 DPG, but it just felt like this is, like, pushing it, you know? It felt weird. Skill issue, could easily be skill issue, guys, but it is what it is. Anyway, enjoy some live battles now, and hopefully this gives you even better picture. 1000 meters per second with the cruise skill. We pre-aim just for someone who wants to cross. If someone stops over there, we can always, you know, aim back in, but... Alright. Thank you. Double Z, thank you, thank you, thank you. And boom. 776. That 800 Alpha does indeed slap. That 800 Alpha indeed slaps. Let's go here. Aha. A little sneaky bugger. Hopefully Manti does something with the information that T100 is here. So much cover there. But I couldn't aim for faster, looking for the lower plate. Boom. A little 390. Ayya! No, 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 no! Whew. Okay, I need to take another from this T100. Sure, man! Double ammo rack, yeah. Experimental hardening kind of needed, I believe. This T100 little rascal. How do you like that? I'm spamming repair kit. This guy is going to harass me again, right? Yep, there it is. Come on! Come on, guys! 5,000. Alright, 5,000. Man, this D100 was annoying. VDZZZ. You? VZDGVGDGV. VDZZVVVG. You, my friend, are annoying. But, you know, the more annoying light tank is, the better they are, sadly. Well played. Let's go. We are ready. Whoever wants to peek, please do it now. Oh, 432. This guy just dodged double bullet right here. My shot went low and WZ's shot went low. Oh, come on, RNG, man! Come on, RNG! Okay, 725. Do it again. Thank you very much. This gorilla looks like he wants to be our contriver. I'm gonna say that I will help you.
Moving in to support you. I appreciate it. Enemy armor is damaged.
Nice. We dug some room over here. 2-0. We are very much ahead with the hit points. I kinda want to investigate the little flanking opportunities with my friendly mouse over here. And a lot of other friends. Yeah. That's the problem with having too many allies in one place. Let's just pick up the low HP kill that nobody wanted. And here I think we can use our ability. Mouse, you're way too big! I know. Mr. Mouse, can I please go? I would love to play the game a little bit. This mouse is too girthy right here. Too girthy. Well, sad that this battle was way too one-sided. We get the little 400 over here. It is a bit weird that it's the same gun, right? But with two different gun sounds. That is a bit weird to me. You do the big boom, you have the big boom gun sound. You do the 400 damage, you have the 120 mil gun sound, basically, right? So this is a bit weird, but you know, it is what it is. So, all in all, guys, it has its moments. Like, this tank definitely has its moments. Occasionally, as I said about the armor, it just feels weird how weak the armor feels, you know, especially if people load Premium AP or Premium APCR and they just penetrate your face like no tomorrow whatsoever, because, you know, you kind of have to and want to play it frontline-ish, but you get punished over there easily, so you have to know what you are doing over there, because the gun handling is not supporting you sniping in it, you know, and it's weird sometimes how weak the armor is, but sometimes the armor works. Occasionally, once again, the gun depression doesn't allow you to get too much extra effective armor value, you know, when you're hull down and so on. So it is like, when it comes to the armor, it's definitely balanced. But yeah, so it's, you know, average. I would say my first impressions about this tank is it's average. You know, it has its moments. It was kind of fun to play, still kind of fun to play. The 800 alpha slaps, you know, this is never getting old, let's say. And you have that supportive 400 HP shot right after this. So, yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Gorilla, hopefully this gives you a little bit better picture of what this tank is all about, what it can do, what it cannot do. Maybe it was helpful. If it was, thumbs up button is for that. If it wasn't, thumbs down. And stay tuned for the next tier 11. I thank you so much for your attention. Have a good one, and ciao.